start this. Okay, so today we'll first just go over the lesson plan, what we're doing today. So let me pull that up. Can you guys see the slideshow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically today we're going over the basic operations that you can do with the components in Fusion 360. So first, to go over what Fusion 360 is, it's a CAD software, and CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. So when you design like products, when engineers design products, they first usually design it using a computer in a CAD software because it saves them money. Like, for example, if you're trying to build like a car, you wouldn't just start building right away, right? You don't know like the parts you would use. You want to know how it would look before you actually invest in like parts and stuff. So that's why they use CAD, because using CAD they can know how it looks like what materials it will use and things like that, like the cost of it, before they actually build it in real life. So that's the importance of it. And Rohit and I were on an FTC team, which is a robotics team, and we use we use CAD to be able to design our robots. Okay, so adding a couple more people. Okay. Hi guys. Sorry. So yeah, to those of you who joined, we were just going over what CAD is and the importance of CAD. So yeah, so today CAD stands for Computer Aided Design, and engineers use it typically to like design different things before they're actually implemented in real life. So today we're basically gonna learn the basics of Fusion 360, like how to get a component and then how to open it up and like play around with it. So Rohit can now share. Rohit, are you ready to share your screen? Rohit?
Can you give me a minute? I'm still trying to figure this out.
Okay.
I'm almost ready.
Yeah, okay.
Did you go through the agenda?
Yeah. So I can explain this one more time. So do you guys have any like questions about like FTC or like what we're doing in this class before we start? No? Okay. So yeah, that's what we'll be going over too. So once. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen and just show you guys what we're doing. So okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is essentially how the Fusion 360 software looks like. So over here, I've created a project called CAD classes. So when you first start, it'll look like this on this left-hand side, right? And then you would create a new project. So in this case, I created a new project and I called it CAD classes. That's what it's called here. So inside of here, then if you want to add people to your project, I added people. So like over here, I added Rohit. So right now I'm gonna add all of you guys to it, and we're gonna see if you guys can open it up as well. 1 second. So the email that everybody provided, are you guys fine with it being shared onto that? Do you guys all have access to the emails that were provided into the email?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
do.
I'll just be using those. Okay, so the invitations are being sent to all of you. So make sure you're opening the invitation on the device that you have the software on it. Okay. So let me know when you get the email.
I got the email.
Okay, so I'm just gonna show you guys to access the project that I'm in. It's kind of a bit difficult, so let me just show you. So over here, when I'm in the software, basically, as you can see, I added all of you guys here. So when you are on probably your home page, you're gonna see. Wait 1 second. Yeah. So you guys are gonna see that it's gonna say teams you are a member of. So it's gonna probably say my name. It's gonna say Satyam Goyal is like part of your team or something like that. So make sure you guys like hit the other person, like hit my name, and then you'll come into the project. Let me know if you need me to show you guys again.
Wait, where does it show your name on the top? I can't see that my name on the top.
Do you want to share your screen? I can help you.
Okay, sure. It says that I can't share my screen while somebody else is also
Oh,
sharing.
sorry, my bad. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so go to that like the waffle shape thing, the data panel. Yeah, go there. Okay, now click that. Oh yeah, you're already in it. So go to CAD classes. Wait, did you make that yourself or is that?
I didn't make that. I just.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I didn't make
click on CAD classes. Yeah, so you're part of that already. So now you're part of this project. So if you click on parts, you can see the parts inside. So yeah, if you guys can do the same thing. Let me know if you're able to get inside of it.
Okay.
I'm not able to get in.
Okay, can
You sent a verification email, right? Or another email?
yeah.
Okay.
Were you guys able to get in?
I was.
Okay. Is everybody on the call now?
I think I got kicked out.
You got kicked out of the CAD session?
Yeah.
Abhimanyu?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm using your mom's email address. That's fine, right?
Yeah, I know. It got sent to her, and I'm not able to open it on my computer. I'm not sure what to do right now.
Did you use that same email to create the account?
No, I used a different email.
Yeah, okay. So give me that email. Give me the email that you used to create the
Sure.
Fusion account.
So I'll send in the chat.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I sent the invitation.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anybody else who's not been able to get into it?
Into what?
Into the Fusion?
No, I got in.
Okay, cool. So everybody's in. Okay. Rohit, were you able to get in?
Could you check the chat? I sent you some message.
Okay. Arash, it tells you your graphics card might not be optimal. I have not. Is it saying that I can't open it because it's not optimal, or is it just saying like it's not optimal?
It's just telling me I can still do everything, but then it's like, yeah.
Okay, I think it should not be a problem, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this I want everyone to do. So here, let me share my screen. Rohit, I tried reloading, it did not work.
Yeah, okay. Let me try something else.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so, oops. Okay, let me go ahead, let me know if you have any issue. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna create a new folder. So I went to CAD classes, I went inside projects, and then I created a new folder, and I'm just gonna say my name. So Satyam. So everybody create a project with your own name. Okay, so Ritwik, make sure make it inside projects, the new folder. So click projects and then create a new folder here. Yeah, like Arish did it. So I'm gonna delete this folder. So yeah, make it inside projects.
Okay.
So right now I see 5 people have done it. Or sorry, 4 people. So I need 2 more people to do it.
So yeah, I finally got into the folder. So
Mhm.
now what do I have to do? Like,
Okay, yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah.
So you can see on my screen.
yes.
Okay, so basically you go to the project. So you click on if you can you see this CAD classes?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you click on that, double click, and then go and double click on projects. Then you come here into this
And then
projects
create-
folder and click new folder
Okay, got it.
and name it yourself. Like yeah.
Their name. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody is in there. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is this. Go back to CAD classes. So you'll see the 2 folders, parts and projects, and click on parts. So these are some of the FTC parts. These are not all. These are some VEX and FTC parts. When they manufacture parts, sometimes they put those parts as computer designs. So FTC teams can use them. So for example, this is an example of like some of the parts. So let's go with this one. Okay. So, or let's go with this one. This is a bit more simpler. So what you're going to do is you're going to right click onto the part that you want. You can take any part, but like take like a bit smaller, simple part. So you click on this part and you scroll down to where it says copy. So you click on copy, and then over here, it's going to say copy to where. So you click on CAD classes. Okay, so you click on the CAD classes here. You go onto projects, and then you go under your name. So like I'm going to copy it into my folder. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to press copy. Okay? And it'll say item successfully copied. Okay? Then if I go into CAD classes, projects, and then my name again, the part will be here. Okay? So then you want to right click again and you want to press open. And then it should show up like this. So let me know if you want to see me do it again or if you guys are able to do it.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it
did
too.
it.
Good.
I got
Can you
it
do it
too.
again? Can you do it again?
Yeah, sure. So you go to CAD classes. So this is the main folder and you see parts and projects. So you click on parts. You scroll down to where that part was. This one, right? You right click. So you get this drop down menu and you press copy. Okay. So after you press copy, you get to this this pop up and you press the CAD classes here. So double click CAD classes here. Then go to projects, double click this, and then go to your name. So I'll go into here and then copy. And then once it's copied, it'll say item successfully copied over here. So then after that, go to your home, go to projects, and then go to your name, and then it'll be here. So I'll delete this right now because I don't need it. I already have one. So yeah, just let me know if you guys are all able to do it. So were you guys all able to do it?
I was.
Okay, let me know if you weren't able to do it. Okay, so we're all good? Okay, so now you've opened up this page. So I don't know if you guys are all using a mouse. I would like suggest you to, like, using the software using a mouse is pretty useful because you need the scroll wheel and it's generally easier. But there's nothing wrong with using a trackpad. It just I personally prefer it. So there's like this box kind of thing, and this is how you essentially navigate around your object. So if you like a left click and then just like kind of move, then you guys can kind of like go around it like this. This is how you can kind of view your project. If you want to zoom in and zoom out, if you're on a mouse, you can just use a scroll wheel like this. Otherwise, if you're on the trackpad, I think you can just use like 2 fingers and it'll allow you to like zoom in and zoom out. Just like how you scroll on a page like that. Yeah. So just like kind of explore. This is this thing called pan. So pan allows you to kind of like move in the same space. And then if you want to remove the pan function, just press escape, right? Orbit orbit basically does this thing, but allows you to just kind of move around it like this. Just like play around with it. Let me know if you have any questions on how to do something.
Wait, where did you get the orbit and the pan?
So there's this small drop. Can you see this? Like there's like these like 6 buttons down here. So the third one is called pan. Can you see that?
Okay. Yeah, I found it.
So you press pan and then you're able to do that. And then orbit is like the first one.
Mine isn't working. Like, I don't.
What issue? You can share your
I'm
screen.
not able to access. Yeah. I'll share it. I can share while you're sharing. So.
Oh, sorry.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So I go here. I go to copy.
Yeah.
It's not like receiving any data.
So it's
Yeah.
right now
Go
you're
ahead.
into parts. So if you just go up and click on CAD classes, just right next to where it says parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then you were already in there, but no, you were in the wrong spot. But like it's still, yeah, you got it now. So now you have to go back into your folder. So go back to whole CAD classes up here. Yes, projects. Go to your folder and then it should be there, right?
Yeah.
And now you just have to right click and insert right click and then just open. So when you're doing insert into a current design, you have to save your entire original project first. But if you're just opening it, then you're just like opening the actual file.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Is anybody else having issues? Were you guys able to like move around and stuff?
Can you like explain the whole orbit, whatever it was? Cause
Yeah,
I'm stuck.
sure. You want to share your screen and then Rohit can explain.
I can't actually, cause like I'm using 2 different things.
Oh, okay, sure. I can share and then Rohit can explain. So you got to here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, or yeah, I can just tell you. So basically over here, there's like these 7 buttons at the bottom. Can you see those? on my screen? Umuhani?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so the first one is orbit. So if you click orbit, then your cursor will show up like this, and then you can like kind of move around like that. And then the third one is called pan. So if you click on pan, then you can move around like this. Like that.
Cool.
Okay, so did everybody get that?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Let me know. Did
Yeah.
anybody have any issues with that, or was everybody able to like orbit, just get a feel of how like to move inside the software? Because it's kind of weird. Like when I first did, I thought it was kind of weird how they move in it. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. If nobody has any questions, let's move on to like the basics of like moving components. So Rohit, you want to talk about that? Rohit, are you there?
Yeah. Wait, what kind of moving component?
Like just move in general.
Okay. So when you're moving components, when you first place it into like a new project, you have the option of like moving it in the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, or even rotating it in those axes. So do you want them to create like a new, like put them into a new project?
I think. Okay. Let me explain. Okay. So Rohit, why don't you open up a new, just like a random 360, and then you can show them. So I'll just show you guys like basic. So basically, so we have this like piece right here, right? So there's different aspects to this. So if you hover over it, you see how it highlights like a section of it. So this is like a face, okay? And then this is another face of it. So a different component has essentially different parts to it that Fusion recognizes. So if you wanted to like modify a specific like section of your piece, you could also just like select a face. So it shows, so if you double click on the piece, it'll select the entire thing. So right now, let's say I want to move this piece, right? Then I would right click, and then I would press move and copy. So when I press move/copy, it brings me to like this, okay? So over here, when I said move and copy, I selected bodies. So this is an example of a body. Okay, so you select bodies, you click that, and then you hover over to the part you want to move. So I click over here, I want to move this, and then it gives me like these options for moving it, right? So let's say I want to move it like up, then I just select this arrow, and it allows me to move it up. And then it shows me the displacement. So like if you want to like do it incrementally, like if you want to say, okay, I want to move it 0.8 inches up, then you could just like change it like there. It's like that. So let me know if you have any issues with doing that, if you're able to do it.
Can you access the bodies one more time?
So let's say I want to move this move this object. I left click or right click. Sorry, you can right click anywhere on it. So just like anywhere here, just right click, go to move and copy, and then select which type of select which one you want. So I want to right now change move bodies because this is a body. So I click bodies. Okay, and then when I select the object I want to move, and then this gives me a bunch of things I can use to move. So this allows me to move it in like 3D space. This will allow me to, so like Rohit was saying, how there's different planes. So if you use the center piece, it'll allow you to move it in any plane. If you use this one, it only allows you to move it in like the Z plane. And then similarly, this is only the X plane, and then this is the Y plane, right? And then this just makes it move linearly in a certain plane. And then there's also rotation. So in the different axes, similarly, you can rotate it like this. And you can rotate it like this. And this, you can rotate like this. So yeah. So yeah, feel free to like ask any questions if you're not able to do it, if you're confused.
How do you like change the point it's rotating around in like how do you change the point where it's rotating around?
Oh, okay. So I got what you're saying. So like let's say I did the same thing, move, and then bodies. So if I wanted to make it move, so there's like, you see how that has like different vertices? Like you can have the center or right here. So like, let's say if I wanted to move it around the edge over here, I could do like that, and then I can move it around like that. But if I did the same thing like this, and did it here, like here, you see how it moves around a different point or like a different axis? Was that what you're trying to ask?
Yeah.
Okay. So was everyone able to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So that's good. So now let's create a project, or let's create a project. So go into your folder. So I'll go into my folder, or let's first get another piece. So go to parts. So another overview of why like I have parts and projects, and I'm making you guys divide into it. It's because once we like, when you do this kind of work, right, like this kind of modeling, you have to be very organized about it. So let's say you guys are all working on different projects, right? So if you had all of these parts, like let's say you had every single one of these parts inside here, then if somebody looks at your project, they think that you need all of those parts. So by kind of splitting this up, it looks more organized, and if like somebody from the outside looks at your project, they're able to understand it a bit more. So you guys can pick up any object you would like to. I'm just gonna pick up, like, for example, let's say I pick up this motor. So this is a motor. So I do the same thing. I right click, I click copy, I click CAD classes, projects, my name, copy. Then I go to mine. And now what it's gonna do, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna right click and say insert into current design. Okay?
Satyam,
Yeah.
before you do that, never mind.
Okay. Yeah. So insert into current design, and then you click enter. So what I want to show you guys is a difference between just doing this and just opening it. So, okay. So if I were to click just open, so I opened this, right? And then let's say I clicked just open to this. It's going to open into a new tab like that. So that's not what we want. We want it. Let's say if we wanted these two pieces to be in the same same design, then we need to basically place them together. I'm sorry, you had to say insert in the current design, like that. Right? So now you can do that. Now you also want to save your project as like a proper name. Like you don't want to just name like that. So I can say like, if I say Command S, then wait.
What Satyam did is he took the actual part and he started creating a project around that. What you normally want to do is when you load up Fusion, it'll give you something that says untitled at the top and it'll be a completely blank canvas. From there, you want to like say, yeah, you'll have this screen. And from there, you want to insert items into like objects into that one. Otherwise, you'll mess up the original parts that you had originally. So like this is a perfect. So Satyam, you can start talking about restoring old versions.
Yeah. So okay, Rohit's right. So what I did was there's this this was a part, right? This was called whatever this part was, 58757. So instead of making a new project, I essentially edited the part. So what I want to do now is bring back. So what Fusion, another thing that Fusion does is it does version control. So if you click on this tiny box that says V2, you want to like suppress this tiny box that says V2, then you can see the different versions you used. So let's say if I want to bring this version back, I press this one and I press promote. So then it's going to bring it back to this one. You guys see what I did there? So that brings it to a new version. So now its current version is like this.
So if you guys have like ever used Google Docs and you've like restored an old version, this is essentially what's happening right now with the Fusion. So it's pretty much just getting that old one and creating a new version where it was just the original, like it was whatever version you promoted previously.
So what do you guys want to do is like Rohit was saying, you want to bring an entitled page, press Control S and say like I don't know,
just call it
project one. Right? So save. And now once it loads, I put it in the current design.
So the reason it's important to keep it separate from like editing parts and creating new projects is because in like a certain project, you'll use the same part like the original part. Then every time you try to insert that part into a new project, you'll get both things. So like, yeah, question.
Wait, so do we just open an untitled project and then bring those two parts in and then save it?
Yes. Yeah. You'll have to save it before you can bring in the two parts. But once you bring in the two parts, you can save it again.
Yeah, and make sure you press insert into current design. So open your untitled page or your once you make it, save it, and then press insert into current design. Your current design will be whatever you have open at that moment.
I'm still a little confused on how to configure the model into the same tab. So can you go over that one more time?
Sure. So like you're saying like bring the two parts together, right? Okay. So basically, you open a new page, right? So I press the plus icon here, and it'll say untitled on top, right? So press Command S like you were saving a file, right? So then name it. So project 2. Right? So were you able to do until that much?
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, I have this project, and they're all inside my folder here. You can see on the left. And what I want to do is, okay, I want to bring this item. I want it to be placed into this project. So I right click. I say insert into current design. Right? So then that brings it up inside here. So now this is inside project 2.
Okay.
And if I want to bring the other one in, I do the same thing. Insert into current design. And then it meshes.
Sure.
So you can also insert multiple of the same object into that, which is important when you're like creating an actual design, because you're most likely going to have to use more than one. You're more likely have to have multiple of the same objects when you're creating something like, say, an FTC. You're creating like your drivetrain. It's like the base of the robot. You're gonna have to have 4 motors, so you're gonna want to have to insert that 4 different times, which is why most teams use Fusion, because it's really easy with this.
So do you guys have any questions?
How can I select multiple objects at once?
So if you click and you drag, you should be able to highlight stuff. Satyam, you want to show them? It's like you'll be able to create this box, and you're gonna want to have to go over all of it. So it's like a little finicky, but once you get the hang of it, it also works. What you can also do is when you go into move, /copy, you can also just go to bodies and select both of the ones you want. So Satyam, if you can select both of them, select the motor and the flat. No, like don't highlight, just.
Are they components? Yeah.
No, it's yeah.
So yeah, now
So
they
you see
move
how it
together.
says two.
So once you put them inside a project, they become components. I know they were bodies earlier, but now they're components. Yeah.
So when you open an untitled project, your units, like, so if you can see on the right, Satyam, if you want to show them the X distance. So you guys can see on the right, like his move/copy interface, right? So here it's in, is it in millimeters?
Yeah.
So right now it's in millimeters, but if you want to change that to inches, just because you're like more familiar with that, yeah. So there's this drop-down menu, and you can change that to inches just to make yourself like, if that's the type of like unit you're using.
Yeah, like sometimes you also want to model in like real life, right? So it's like you want to reference it in real life, kind of. So yeah. So yeah, let me know if you're able to. I can like, I'll look at some of the folders to see if you guys have been able to, and make sure that once you're done, you press Command S to save it. So you see how there's a star there? That means it's not saved. So once I press Command S, it'll say version description user saved. I'm gonna press OK, and then it'll save. It'll have that check mark there, and it'll also update inside of here.
Wait, when I press Command S, it says version description user saved. Do I keep it like that?
Yeah, that doesn't really matter. It's not that important.
Wait, okay.
So like the version description, what would it would be used for is if like if you're creating something for somebody else to look through, it just makes it easier for them to see like each step of the process.
Yeah,
So,
like
you
if they wanted to see the progression, how you like went from this to this, or like if you want to just like, I can also like look at this. Like if I want to see the version, so like right now this is project V2. If I wanted to look at the V1, I could double click this and how do I? Yeah, that folder that says open. So I can like just press open. So now, even though this is not the current version of it, I can just see V1. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what separates Fusion from other kinds of like CAD programs, is that it's like heavily focused on like working as a team and having multiple people being able to use it. It's like designed so that multiple people will be able to use it and like utilize it. So like something like Autodesk Inventor is very like individual. To show other people your projects, you have to like save it as like a PDF, and then share it with that. Fusion, somebody can just do what Satyam just showed.
Yeah. So as like a small task, I want you guys to go inside your like individual folders, create like create a new project. Like if you made project 1, make project 2, and then inside of that import like 2 random parts from here. Just get some parts from here, and I just want you guys to import 2 of them inside there.
Wait, so we create a new folder, right? That's called project.
Don't create new folder. So when you're inside your folder at the very top, so like it's not gonna say that you're inside your folder, but if you click at the very top and when you click save, it'll save to whatever place you're at. So you see how like Satyam, can you explain it?
For what?
So don't create new folders whenever you're.
Oh yeah.
When
So
you're
if you want to create
creating
a new project in here, don't make a new folder. So let's say you see how I'm inside Satyam right now. So when I press plus, I'm inside Satyam still. So if I press save, it'll be saving. You see the location? CAD classes project Satyam. So make sure it says your name over here. It says CAD classes projects and whatever your name is. That's where it should save.
Okay, thanks.
And also like you guys put like, I'm not sure, like this is fine, but like make sure you don't put the parts inside the folder here. You want to put them inside like the actual
subfolders.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take these out. Yeah. Did anybody have any trouble doing that? No? Okay. So yeah, just let me know when you guys are able to create a new project and you were able to put in 2 objects. Was anybody able to do it?
I'm still working on it.
Okay, that's fine. Let me know. Let me or Rohit know if you guys have any questions or problems. You can also like type it in the chat if you guys want.
What would we name our new project?
Anything you want to. Like you can call it project 2 if you already made a project 1, or if you want just to give it your own name, it's fine.
Okay. I think I was able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, project 2. Ritik, is it project 2 or 1?
I think I might have forgot to save it. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's saved now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so Ritik did it properly. Yeah, Arush, let me check. Yeah, okay. So yeah, yeah, good job. You did it properly. So yeah, he was able to get 2 parts in here, and yeah, so okay, good job, Arush.
Okay, I got it in too.
All right, good. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while to load. Yeah, but open. Okay, good. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, good. You're able to put a wheel in. So that's good. Abhimanyu, you said you're done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Good job. So yeah, that's good. So yeah, and you guys can see like how there's different. You guys can see how like he was able to kind of like rotate it. So yeah, that's good. Was anybody else able to do it? Nishid or Hitansh or Umahani, were you guys able to do it?
Yeah, I go.
Yeah, we were.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So Nishid. Okay, yeah. So this is a good example. So Nishi, what I think you did was that so you took the part, right? So you said if you look at the version control here. So like what he did was he had the part, right? So 585757. So now this part you've essentially edited the part. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
yeah. So what you want to do is in your folders, like if I create a new one, you want to create a new, so you like open a new tab. So go inside your folder, create a new tab, and then press Command S, and that'll create a new project instead. So instead of being the part, it'll create a new project. And then for this, you wanna keep it as original. So I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna promote this to the original one. So like that. So like that. Fresh. Yeah. So yeah, you did it right. So yeah, you made a new project, and then you want to insert in the current design. Hidansh, you said you're done. Hidansh, were you able to do it?
No, I didn't understand it.
Okay, so I can show you one more time. So if I go into my folder right here, so can you go inside your folder?
Yeah.
Okay, so over here, so click on the plus sign that says new design. All right.
Yeah.
And then it'll say untitled. And then press Command S, like you're saving a file, and just name it something like project 1, something like that, something you want to. Like I'll just
Okay.
name project 3, right? So you press Control S, and now you have project 3. So you had like 2 parts in there. So what you want to do is you want to go over to your part, right click it, and say insert into current design. And then whatever part you're looking at, it comes into the design.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can do that for 2 objects. And then if you wanted to put this in as well, you can say insert into current design, and you'll have like 2 of them. That. And then, Honey, were you able to get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So were you able to put objects inside your project? Oh, you might have not hit save. Did you press Command S? Because I can't see anything inside your project.
I don't think I did.
So were you able to put something inside of it, or?
Yeah.
So you did? So then so go to that project. Does it have a little star on top? Like does it have like a star right here?
Where?
Like on the project name, does it have like a small star on the?
Yeah.
So yeah, you haven't saved it. So press Command S to save. So it should say something like user saved.
Okay. Yeah, that happened.
Okay, yeah. So now it's here. Okay, and then were you able to get it? Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So that's pretty much it for today. I can show you guys like what our team has been able to make with the CAD. So just show you guys like something you could potentially make with it. So okay. All right. So this is like, for example, one thing that was made. Do I have it here? Yeah, so this is like one thing I made. So yeah, you guys can see like how it gets a lot more complex, like when you do this. So just like, this is something you guys could potentially make inside of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any other questions about like how to create the project, or were you guys able to do everything successfully? Are you guys confused about anything?
Nope.
Nope.
Not
No?
really.
Awesome. So I hope you guys thought this was like fun and like you learned something. So yeah, if there's no other questions, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rohit.
Yeah,
So
okay. I don't know why. It might
Uh,
because I have too many teams, but that doesn't make any sense. All right.
can you share your screen?
Yeah, here. Okay, right.
Mhm.
So up here, it's only showing me FTC. Well, I left the project as well because I thought it was something that like.
So go to single user storage.
I left the project as well, so like I don't.
Maybe double click it.
It's literally not letting me. Mm, no. 1 second. Okay, wait, this is weird. Let me close out and see how I can.
Hmm.
Wait, so is it in single user storage? 'Cause
Yeah,
I thought it
that's
was like
what I thought everybody had to, for everybody who did it, it's in their single user storage. I don't know why.
Wait, can you try and share it again with me?
Yeah.
Like, see if I'm still a member.
If I go to people, oh yeah, you're not actually. So yeah.
Okay, good.
Roach.
Hmm.
Overall, I think it was okay, but I
Yeah,
think
I think everybody learned pretty quickly.
yeah, I don't think anybody was really confused, but I think the first day they weren't super excited because we didn't really do anything fun.
Yeah.
Once it started getting into like joints and stuff, I think it'll be a bit more entertaining. Okay. I sent you an invitation. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try something else, so let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so there's this other thing that was like create or join a team. So it said that this will like check my emails and see if there's. Right, it says we couldn't find any teams.
But it's not a team though, right? Like I don't think it's a
Is it?
team. I think
Oh,
it's just collaborators that I've added you.
oh, it's just a project. Okay, let me see if there's something.
So did you get the link in your email?
Yeah, I did. Let me share that. Right, so
Wait, go to the
when,
thing. Go to the.
so it says like I'm in here, right? CAD classes,
Uh-huh.
and then let's see with me. Oh, it is here. What the hell,
Oh, you
bruh?
got it? All right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. At least we have it for next time.
Yeah, that's good. No problem.
Yeah, I think it was good, like that we were able to adapt and that like.
Are you in your PC?
No, I'm on my laptop. My
Mm.
brother had to use his PC.
Wait, I literally can't see our team stuff. How do I go to that?
Do you go sugar parts?
Uh-huh.
Okay, for some reason it's not letting me switch stuff. That might just be because I've got like a lot of stuff open. Well, not even that much stuff. It's just zoom in this.
I am not able to open the.
I was able to do it. So like, wait. So when you get to that, you have to go. I was